Guys, Dr. Siti Masna just assigned us with new assignment.
What? Another task? What do we need to do now?
We need to prepare a group project about cooperative society.
What? Co-prosperity scientist? I never heard about this. Are you familiar with this topic, Fahmi?
I never heard about this topic. This would be my first time to hearing it.
Crazy. The due date is coming. How can we finish it?
12 seconds later.
Hey guys, what I found? I found a video about cooperative society. Come, look together in video.
Assalamualaikum and welcome to our video. We are from class JAC2203B Group 1. Will make a video presentation about cooperative society.
Its own IRB Cooperative Society. This ruling explains tax treatment for cooperative society registered in Malaysia. Provision of Income Tax Act 1967 that related to this ruling is Section 65A, 77A, 107C and Paragraph 12 of Schedule 6. Cooperative society is defined under the ITA 1967 as any cooperative society registered under any written law relating to the registration of cooperative societies in Malaysia. The Act accords special incentive to cooperative societies to promote their development for the benefit of community. The organizations which are accorded special tax treatment under Section 65A of the ITA 1967 are: the first one is cooperative societies registered under Cooperative Societies Act 1993. The second one is institution under Company Act 1953 but are registered under the Cooperative Societies Act 1993, for example like Cooperative Bank. The third one is other organization established under other laws not registered under Cooperative Societies Act 1993 but are accorded the status of cooperative societies within the definition of cooperative societies in Section 2 of the ITA 1967. These organizations are farmers organizations registered under Farmers Organization Act 1973. The second one is fishermen associations registered under Fishermen Associations Act 1971. A cooperative society registered outside Malaysia is not subject to this ruling and is taxed like non-resident company. A cooperative society is required to distribute a portion of its audited net profit for each financial year to its revenue funds, the Cooperative Education Trust Fund and Cooperative Development Trust Fund. The amount is determined by the cooperative regulations on the property and funds made under the Cooperative Society Act 1993 on the relevant ministry.
For next slide, commencement. All registered cooperative societies are exempt from tax on all its income for a period of 5 years, commencing from the date of registration of such cooperative society. Next, I will explain further about members' fund. According to Para 12 Sub 2(1), after the 5 years, cooperative societies having members fund of less than RM750,000 at the first day of the basis period for the year will continue to be tax exempt on all its income. This measure is to encourage the growth of cooperative society. For the meaning of members fund means the aggregate of A. Paid up capital in respect of shares and subscriptions. B. Statutory reserve fund. C. Reserves provision for depreciation, renewal or replacement. D. Balance of share premium account. And lastly, balance of profit and loss. Next, accessibility of receipts. Firstly, receipts dealing with members. Principle of mutuality will apply on the contribution by members only. Such contribution being either entrance fee, membership fee or subscription will not be income in the hands of the cooperative societies. Secondly, business income. Its income would be subject to income tax. The meaning of business is very wide and could include an adventure or concern in the nature of trade. Thirdly, investment income. Where cooperative is not tax exempt, the investment income of rental derived by the cooperative society would subject to tax under normal rules. Next, I will continue on carry forward capital allowance and losses during tax period. Firstly, the objective of granting tax exempt status to cooperative under Para 12 to confer a benefits on the members of the society. Secondly, however, if the cooperative society has incurred losses, the issue is whether the cooperative is permitted under the Act to carry forward specifically allowed. Thirdly, tax authorities are very strict on its interpretation. All other sections dealing with tax losses and capital allowances must also be disregarded.
Next, I will talk about special deduction on cooperative societies. Chargeable income of cooperative society is arrived at the same manner as the companies. However, there are the following special deduction needed to be deducted from the total income for any year assessments to arrive at the chargeable income. The amount transferred to section 65A subsections A are the fund transfer or paid by the cooperative societies during basis period of the year to a statutory reserve funds or any education institution or cooperative organizations established for furtherance of cooperative principles or to both or to the cooperative education trust fund or to a cooperative development trust fund, as may be required under the provision of any written law relating to the registration of cooperative societies in Malaysia will be allowed as the special deductions. However, the maximum sums to be deducted shall not exceed 1/4, 25% of the audited net profit for the year basis period. The deduction to be allowed is whichever is lower of A or 25% of the net profit. Next, member fund under section 65A subsection B is the amount equal to 8% of the member fund at the first day of the basis period for the year assessments will be allowed as a deduction.
For the next subtopic, dividend paid by cooperative society Para 12 Schedule 6. Any dividend paid, credited or distributed to members by a cooperative society is exempt from income tax in the hands of the members. A dividend is not taxable upon a member if the cooperative society is not exempt for tax purpose. Next, interest paid by cooperative society. With effect from 30 August 2008, interest income, gains, or profit and bonus paid to resident individual by registered cooperative society will be tax exempt. For the next subtopic, or the next slide, tax administration, a cooperative society must submit Form C1 within 7 months from the year end. RPGT, Real Property Gains Tax. The disposal of RPC shares by a cooperative society would be taxed at the following rates. If the holding period of property is less than 3 years or equal to 3 years, the rate is 30%. If the holding period of property is less than 4 years or equal to 4 years, the rate is 20%. If the holding period of property is less than 5 years or equal to 5 years, the rate is 15%. If the holding period of property is more than 5 years, the rate is increased by 5%, which is 10%. This is tax rate for cooperative society, which is be taxed on scale rates as provided in Part 4 Schedule 1.
So, after listening to all of the information about cooperative society, let's try to some example to see whether you guys understand or not. The question is, Mok Society was registered as cooperative society on the 1st January 2015, and the following information has been extracted from its account. Determine the tax status whether Mok Society is eligible to get tax exemption for each year of assessment. For 2019, since the cooperative society was registered in 2015, they are eligible to claim tax exempt for the first 5 years, which is from 2015 until 2019. Therefore, they get tax exempt for this year. Starting for 2020, we need to check the member funds for each YA since the commencement exemption already end. For year of 2020 and 2021, Mok will continue to be tax exempt on all its income because the member fund for both year as the first day of basis period is less than RM 750,000, which is 700,000 for 2020 and 680 for 2021. For 2022 and 2023, Mok will be subject to the tax because the member fund exceeds 750,000, which is 760 for YA 2022 and RM 800,000 for 2023. Now, let's try more difficult question. For the next question, provide member funds, aggregate income, total contribution in the basis period, and audited net profit for the year assessment of 2023. Now, compute the income tax payable of Mok Society for year of assessment 2023. We will start our computation with aggregate income of 178,215. Since there is no donation, aggregate income will be equal to the total income. Next, we will have special deduction under paragraph 65 subsection A, which is contribution fund of RM 22,415. But we need to compare with 25% of audit net profit, which is RM 37,625. We will choose whichever is lower, therefore, the amount of contribution fund will be deducted. Next, we will have another special deduction under paragraph 65 subsection B, which is 8% of the member funds amount 64,000. After deduct with the special deduction, the amount of chargeable income is RM 91,835. Then, we will proceed to the computation of income tax payable. By the tax rate schedule, the first 75,000 will be charged at RM 3,000. For the next balance, which is RM 60,835, will be charged at 10% rate amounted RM 1,683 and 50 cents. Thus, the amount of income tax payable is 4,683 and 50 cents. That's all from us. Thank you for watching our video.
Okay, let's copy this video.
Yes! Let's go!